The 15-Point Plan is part of the Win, Make, Give podcast network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the 15-Point Plan podcast. As always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Greigg. My name's Jacqueline Smith, and we talk about all things related to the 15-Point Plan on this podcast. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, head over to winmakegive.com /15-point plan. You can download all of the trackers and the spreadsheets that you can use to track this if you'd like, and go back and listen to some of our previous episodes. The goal of this podcast is to help you with a system that will help your happiness and energy increase, your stress be reduced, and overall just have a better quality of life. And more energy to do the things that we love to do and to pour into the people we love to pour into. Ryan, tell us, you just moved offices recently, and you guys have a fun. I'm kind of jealous because we have no room for one of these, but you guys have a fun thing now that you have at the office.
Yeah, so we moved into this cool new building, and the whole second floor is kind of a community area. And one of the things that's there is a ping pong table. And there's also a foosball table. And I grew up, Jacqueline, going to the Boys and Girls Club before social media and before all these things. And we used to play a lot of ping pong and foosball and pool. So I love all those activities. And it took us a little while as a team to start doing this. But what we've done is every morning, right after our morning meeting, we've just been spending some time playing ping pong. And it's getting super competitive. And my team members are getting really good. And we play 3 games, right? We're very aware of the fact that we got to get to work. But I've noticed as I've done this, and as my colleagues have gotten better, I walk out of there 10 minutes or 15 minutes of ping pong, super energized and super focused, and even more ready to kind of hit the phones and do my thing. And so I was thinking to myself, this is super interesting. Why is this, right? And so I started looking it up and doing a bit of research on these types of activities that we can do as a warm up. And I would compare it to, when you go to the gym, you're not just going to overload weights and start going to it. In the real estate world, we do things like scripting, and we practice what we're going to say. But now we do that, and then we play a quick game of ping pong. And what I'm finding is ping pong, or these types of games, foosball or cornhole, or these quick team games, they put me into a flow state super quickly. And ping pong is very reactive. It's very quick. And if I'm playing ping pong for just a quick 10, 15 minutes, I get myself into the flow state. I'm laughing. I'm reacting very quickly. And I'm ultra focused because I'm kind of competitive and I don't like losing at ping pong. So it's within this 5 or 10 minutes, Jacqueline, I found I finished those games of ping pong, and I'm even more energized, and I'm pretty laser focused. So it's this cool way that I've found and that our team has found as a warm up to our calls. And so encouraging our listeners to find what's your ping pong, or what's your way, if you're in the business world, to kind of turn that flow state on pretty quickly.
That's cool. You made me think about how a lot of people that are high producing in business, or they're just busy all the time. Some of us, we were kind of maybe in the mindset of fun, joy, and rest are the opposite of productive. I'll be honest, I believed that at one point. I would not be able to rest without feeling guilty. And I'll be transparent, I still sometimes, those old mindsets do creep in. But what I have learned is that fun and joy and rest are actually part of productivity. And so we don't have a fun foosball or ping pong table at the office, though we do have this conference table that we could probably turn into a little bit of a ping pong table. However, what we do often talk about together, and a lot of our agents practice this, is these 50-minute focus sessions. So it's a 15-minute all in on whatever you're working on, and then take just like a 10-minute break. And everyone's different what they do with the 10-minute break. Some people, like, I like, if it's not pouring rain out or blustering crazy windstorm, I like to just go out and I'll just, like, I have kind of a loop around the block that I do. It doesn't even take a full 10 minutes. So I usually have time to, like, go to the bathroom, do my loop, grab another water or whatever. And then I get back into my next 50-minute block. So you can
Yeah.
get a lot done, in working in these sets. And it reminds me of, like, when we work out, like, you don't
Yeah.
necessarily do like 45 squats in a row, or 30 squats in a row. You'll do like 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 15 or whatever it is, right? And you take little like rests, like maybe 30 seconds in between. It's kind of like that concept, but for your work.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And so doing those things, and like I love the idea of the quick walk, and we know every 50 minutes or so we should take a break. Some other ideas like, yeah, a ping pong table's pretty dang big. A
Yeah.
foosball table's pretty dang big. Even like cornhole is big. But all of those things, Jacqueline, like especially if you're in a team or an office environment, I'm playing with my colleagues, right? Like, so I'm bonding with my team
Yeah.
members, which is a great team activity. I'm having fun with them. Like, we're all getting these fun little competitive things. But if you don't have space for that, you could maybe hang a little basketball hoop on your door and get a little foam basketball that's not going to knock over things on the desk. And you could do best of 5 shots, right? And
Mhm.
you get 2 or 3 of your team members and you do best of 5 shots and you move around. You could do like a little dartboard, but another cool thing you could do is even things like chess or checkers or
Mhm.
those games that are they're turning your brain on in a different way. And in an office environment, when we keep doing these same things repetitiously over and over again, we just kind of we stay in that zone of our brain.
Mhm.
And sometimes staying in that zone of our brain actually it doesn't keep us super sharp. It doesn't keep us maybe what we could be. So I've found, at first, like I really don't enjoy being in the office and not working, right? Like I feel guilty if I'm here and not working. And so the first couple times I'm telling my coworkers, "Hey dude, like we got to get to work." But then it was like, and especially after I win, I walk upstairs and I'm like, I'm so ready to go. Like I'm so excited and my brain's turned on. And then what I learned and like kind of studying this a little bit more was like playing ping pong will actually shift your brain from thinking to doing. It's, like, very quick, I have to react quick, I have to, like, do it, and what that does in this like, in the study, it says, salespeople struggle when they overthink, when
Mhm.
they worry about outcomes, and when they delay dialing. And so ping pong is action-based, and after playing, your brain is primed to act and not analyze.
So let me ask you something. This is all like really awesome information. Did whoever put that ping pong table in there, did they know all of this and that's why they put the ping pong table in there? Or did they just like throw that thing in there because there was room and they wanted to make it fun and you just figured all this out after the fact?
So it was in there when we purchased this building, so we didn't put it in there. It's
Oh,
here
okay.
prior to us being here. But, I've read studies in the past, like many, many years ago, when I was in college, my job was to water plants in office buildings. And T-Mobile was one of the accounts that I had. And they had a similar area like this where they had ping pong and they had all these games.
Mhm.
And I remember talking with some of the executives there, and they're like, dude, all day, like having these things in the building is 100% increasing productivity
Mhm.
because it's increasing team culture, it's increasing activity in your brain, it's increasing movement, it's increasing taking little breaks. So I know that, and I've seen this again in other areas of my life where corporate areas are going to have these things in there, not because they take time from
Yeah.
people's business days, but because they actually add to it. Now, you can't go play ping pong for 4 hours when you're supposed to work all day, but if we take a break every hour for 5 minutes and we do something like that, it turns
Mhm.
our brain on. And especially as we get older, Jacqueline, these things are super important. Like that quick reaction time and that quick ability to think is super good for our brains. So it's fun, it's good for us, but also corporate wise, business wise, like when I read that, I'm like, dude, every one of our agents should be playing ping pong, stop freaking overthinking and hit that ball back. Like pick
There's
up the phone.
um I work out at this little gym locally here. And the gym, it's called Spears Strong. So if any of my local listeners are hearing this, it's in Camas, Washington, which is where I live. And the owners are incredible humans, and they have this online, like they have an app, and so I can sign into this app and do like these morning warm up videos, and they're really just designed to like be done the second that you get out of bed. Like you drink some water, go to the bathroom, and then you like get on your mat, and it's like a 20-minute morning warm up to go from like sleeping to awake. And I usually do it like while the coffee's brewing kind of thing, you know? And then you can do like evening unwind so that it gets your nervous system and your body like ready to like go to sleep. And then there's another series. There's a ton of series in there, but one of them is called the adult recess. And I'll be honest, like I've actually never done any of the adult recess videos. They're 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes long. Like they've talked about them before, but I've never done one. And I think that you're kind of inspiring me right now, Ryan, that I'm gonna break out this next series and figure out what these adult recesses are about, because that's kind of what this sounds like to me. It's like, hey, let's have recess before we like go back to work, you know, and get our energy up. And I mean, they do it with kids. Recess is for kids. It's purposeful. It's like they got to get their energy out, and like you said, bonding, belonging, friendship. It's not just like to give the teachers a break or whatever, right? And so I think like maybe we can bring back like adult recess, like the Spears Strong people have been trying to do, you know, because it's important. We're just like little kids anyways at heart, right?
And imagine being a business leader like you, Jacqueline, and us leading teams, like where we go to our team members and you say, hey, you know what? Recess time.
Yeah.
Our colleagues and our partners are going to look at us like, wait, what? Like you're telling me to take a break? Like, hey, let's go have some fun. Like as I say this, I think I can impact our team's culture. And I think us real estate agent team leaders or us people that work in an office, I do believe that using things like this can really impact our team culture and give us a better environment to people working around. You know, there's 6 or 7 of us here in the office that play ping pong, and it's like now we kind of look at each other in the hallway and like game on, game on. And like it's this smile. And again, everyone that plays ping pong in the office is a higher level performer. So nobody is doing that in place of making their calls. They're doing it in addition to. And so I like this idea, Jacqueline, of adult recess or business recess or taking these breaks and doing these things. Again, I've noticed in the couple of months that we've been doing this, this is a plus to the business. Our last episode, we talked about subtracting things. Like this is a plus. This is a bonus to the business for the team bonding, for the brain exercise that I'm doing, and for the quick movements that we're doing. So that's our tip is like, if you don't got room for a ping pong table, get yourself a little basketball hoop, get yourself a little way that you can take a break and bond with your team members, get your brain going, get your blood flowing. And, you know, Brendan Burchard, our chief growth officer, recommends every 52 minutes taking a break. Nobody should be sitting for 4 or 5 hours straight. And we think sometimes, I know I've been guilty, I shouldn't take a break. I got to grind. We will get more done when we take these little bursts and take these little recesses, right?
Absolutely. So to close us out, just remember fun, joy, rest. It's not the opposite of productive. It's part of a healthy productivity loop. You're going to be more focused, happier, healthier if you bring some of that joy back into your business and your work. So what do you got for us, Ryan? Any final thoughts?
That was our final thought right there, Jacqueline. Bring more joy into your business, into your life. I love the word joy. It was my grandmother's middle name, and I'm constantly seeking more joy. So go play some games. Go take your adult recess. And while you're on that walk, listen to some of our past episodes. You can find them at winmakegive.com. And if you happen to be on social media intentionally, not just because you're scrolling and wondering what's going on out there, find me, Ryan Park Greigg, and Jacqueline Ray Smith.
Thanks, everyone. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye, everyone.